This is the QB Situation Room reporting. The following is for entertainment purposes only and should not be viewed as the sole opinion of the Q Branch Situation Room. My legal department also advised me no profanity and no last names if you're going to post publicly. But this is going to be an unlisted, but if it goes public, then I can understand what their concern is. Today's topic, East Stroudsburg, Mr. Bob, no last names, of course. Remember when he used to be out there in Jamaica, on Jamaica Avenue, there's a detached mail unit or a bulk facility. Detached mail unit, isn't that something? They had more pilferage from the employees than anything else. That's why they had the postal inspectors up in them the walkways. Well, anyway, our man Bob, I think he was out on, he got some form of disability, and more power to him. You know, today's, the way it is going, you might be just as well have been on some kind of disability, and then, and you might notice, as far as the SSI and Social Security Administration, I think it was 75 million recipients for the second year. It just, the determination was just handed down. For the second year in a row, there is no cost of living increase. I think they said it was, what was it, the gross domestic product? I'm not sure what it was that was flat, so that there's no cost of living increase. Now, I might be squinting here. That's because the background behind the camera is kind of bright, and I know that you don't always want to see. I was told to take the shades off. It looks too CIA. Q Branch Situation Room. Makes sense? Well, now Stroudsburg has digested the complete ramblings from a couple of days ago regarding the Haspel Street desk. If anyone out there wants to report in or turn in or report on Brian, Mr. M out there in the Q Branch Situation Room, you know, this time of year, the body might not be found for several days. If he were, say, Mr. B were to hang himself in the closet in his fortified bunker, the guy upstairs, Mr. Joe, who is the homeowner, would probably only notice the stench after he came back from a week at the Hamptons banging his girlfriend. If the guy could even supply the goods. You know, he's up there in years, in his, now is, as I understand, in his 60s. He was a radiologist at one time. A nice guy, as I recall. Friendly enough. You might recall Mr. Joe, the homeowner, his brother, Wayne. Wayne used to be, when we were youths in the 60s, Wayne used to be Johnny Lightning. You remember Johnny Lightning was this helmet that you'd put on, the kids would put on. It has all sorts of whistles and bells, and it's like a fire department helmet. And yes, we knew Johnny Lightning, and he was, back in the day, porking this nice, the girl had a cute face, but man, those thick, she was these thick gams. If that ever wrapped around your head in Stroudsburg, you'd know something wrapped around you. Yikes almighty. As a matter of fact, if it ever wrapped around Brian's head, he wouldn't know what to do. He'd be like a nervous schoolgirl. Mr. B, he seems to, he's not a closer, you know. He doesn't like the YMCA, and forget about it. So anyway, if anybody want to turn him in, go right ahead and turn him in. Look, I'm going to wrap this up in about 45 seconds, making it a 5-minute vid, because of the fact that we are filming in 720, and that's going to be a lot of megabits. Although, surprisingly, that first 10-minute offering I gave several days ago, that uploaded to YouTube in pretty short order, within about 10 minutes. I had, it was about 177 megabit load on a, it was a QVGA I filmed it in. It was 10-minute transmission time, and it took about 10 minutes to load. As you know, a lot of the high-speed stuff is asymmetrical. It's about, the download is way faster than uploading, and uploading is about 1/3 the speed. So it's great for audio, but vids, you got to do it. I got to leave them on YouTube so you can listen. If you could spread them around. Anybody wants to take these videos and snap up the URL link and paste it onto an email and send it around, go right ahead. Now I expect that eventually Mr. B on Haspel Street is going to get the word that I'm laid it all out and his cover's blown. He's going to have to pack his bags like Jason Bourne and get out of town. He's going to probably really have to go to Ireland, because when they see what's going on here, and he doesn't have. I think he said he was. I assume his medical is kind of running out. Now, he's on borrowed time anyway. He really needs an operation. They said they want to put a new knee in there. So, what is he going to do? With the condition, I told him, look, why don't you try to get out to Arizona for a bit? But, he doesn't want to drive a car like Stroudsburg Bob. He doesn't want to drive a car. But I'm assuming now that Mr. B out there in Stroudsburg is driving and loving it. And loving his, he also has a cottage industry, as I understand. So, Brian would tell me that, well, ask Bob what he's doing. Like, Brian likes to segregate the information also, not only collect data, but not really circulate it. He just wants to go, well, it's not for me to tell, or it's not for me to give you this phone number. He wants to be he wants to be the sort of what I'm doing. He wants to be a liaison officer of some sort. But I have none of it. And I think you folks now have heard enough of that. So there you have it, coming up on 7 minutes. Not too much to speak about. And hey, Stroudsburg, Bob, pull that flip camera out and lay a couple of things. You open up the YouTube account, it's pretty cut and dry. And the only thing I could advise you is, if you have a high-speed connection, I don't think dial-up is going to really work well if you're trying to upload to YouTube. Forget it. It's going to be you probably have the same luck if you do an email, but see, emails are limited to 25 to 20 megabits maximum, and as I told you, that last 10-minute load on QVGA was 177 megabits, so that's off the table. Why don't you open up a YouTube account if you don't have it? Also, Stroudsburg Bob, advise me if you, because I tried posting some stuff on Facebook. I cannot seem to, because the browser I'm operating with is not, how would you say, it's not up to date. So a lot of the stuff on Facebook, matter of fact, me even being on YouTube is it's a little, it's a stretch, because they want me to keep upgrading my browsers. They changed their YouTube kind of upgraded January of 2010, and they're always telling people to put other browsers in, but there's a way around that, and well, you're seeing a perfect example. I should not be able to even list anything on YouTube, but here I am, I'm doing it. So there you have it. So why don't you pull that flip phone out, let's take a look at some stuff, and also color comb. Stroudsburg, what do you say? You have something to work with, I don't. Yikes! Get the comb, or get some, let Miss J massage, wait a minute now, hold it, Jade. Let's not massage too much on Mr. B. He might, have a conniption himself. Get some color in the hair. And that's it. Let's see. Stroudsburg wants to know about Charlie. We'll do that another time. I have no new information on Mr. Charlie over there. And that's it. One last thing. Stroudsburg, it's going to go 10 minutes. This is going to be a big load. Way a big load. Big megabit load. Now, Stroudsburg, I'm not talking about a load like the way you know a load. Look, there was a guy in the bulk facility down there in Jamaica Avenue, that guy that used to pump up the iron. What was his name again? First name. I remember him. That guy's got to be at least 62 by now, or maybe even older. He's probably an old, decrepit, who knows where he's living out in Santa Monica, California, with a hot plate. Maybe he's banging a girl half his age. That's nice. Keep up the good work. You're good, they'll pump you up. Okay. 10 minutes. End transmission. More later, as always, from the QB Situation Room. Roving reporter out here. Wonder if I should pan around real quick before we close out. All I can see in this parking lot, I got a Staples over here to this direction, and over this way we have the bankrupt Hollywood Video. Everything's a ghost town, no matter where you look across America. And believe me, I'm looking at a lot of these towns. You see these ghost malls all over. And it's disconcerting. Hey, but folks, you can do what the Haspel Street Brian is doing. You go to Ireland, get citizenship. Yeah, they're going to really welcome him, don't you think? Yeah, come on in. Be penniless and jobless. Come in. Could you get the stones on this guy? That's why we're making the videos. We had no more to say with him. We had to let people know what's going on here. I myself... You like the annotation? Thank you. As always, 11 minutes and 15 seconds into it. Transmission complete. End transmission.